Well, I mean, it's just the point that it's it seems like the conversion process. A couple things that I've learned from you and other professionals is that it's not always the same. You do have to try several different methods to find out what ultimately works the best. And I believe you guys kind of call this ABC testing, right? Am I correct? And so just because we put something in place and people aren't converting doesn't necessarily mean that it's that we have everything dialed in. Maybe we need to try a slightly different style of video. Maybe we need to try a different methodology, whether it's an email, maybe it's a phone call. There's different pieces in this process, and so even with the videos themselves, we have to make different styles. So I personally have like animated videos for certain components, and the same message is done in a video just like this, where it's a human being in front of it. Sometimes it's just voiceover and images.
Yeah.
Right? And so that conversion process, it's a science in itself.
Absolutely.
And this is why I've learned spending money with the professionals to put in these different ABC testings, those who understand the analytics, how to read these numbers, and recognize, hey, this path B worked better than path C,
right,
which worked better than path A, so we're going to focus our dollars and energy on path B. And that is so important to go through that testing phase. And I think a lot of us, your typical entrepreneur, we go out we throw one lure out there in the lake, and we try to catch that fish with that one lure. We don't change up the lure, and we just keep casting, and we keep casting, and we keep casting.
Or you cast it out there once or twice, it doesn't work, and so rather than trying another lure,
right,
you pack your stuff up and go home and say, there's no fish there.
That's right. It's just, the fish aren't biting today.
Yeah.
And which isn't the case. The fish are in the water.
Yeah, that's right.
We just have to change the time of day that maybe we're throwing our lure in the water. Maybe the lure, maybe the bait, maybe we're at the wrong depth. And so all of these factors come into play with the marketing process. And again, me being just the business, looking at the overall picture, I don't have time to do all that dialing in. That's why it's so critical to align yourself with somebody who does that. Which happily we've run into those guys. We have them in our arsenal.
And anytime you're communicating, it's all about being targeted with what you're sending and when you're sending it. It's about being timely and relevant and personalized, because what are we doing? We're building relationships. We're establishing trust so that we can convert them into being a client, right?
Absolutely.